All right, well, hello and welcome back, or welcome if it's the first time checking out my channel. It's Papa Woody's Shop, and I am Woody. So I'm in the shop right now. I don't know, I might do a little bit to the truck. I don't know yet. I'm probably gonna maybe jump back and forth. I'm kind of planning to look into this thing and see what it's going to take to modify it and such like that. So get it up on, I don't know, get up on blocks or something. I haven't really thought my way through exactly how to get it up high enough to where I don't really want to like bend over a whole lot and or kneel down a whole lot. But so anyway, that's kind of on in the plans today. Also, in my last video, you saw that I found that little switch for the brake pedal for the 61, and I'd like to get that on. And I'm still I still really want to get that truck started, but I don't want to devote myself entirely to another video of just that truck and not deliver on starting it up. So I want to work on it, but I don't want to only have footage for that. So I'm going to work on two things basically at once. And when I come to the end of the week and figure out which direction I'm going with the video, obviously you guys will know which direction I went. So I'm going to work on that for a little bit, and I'll work on the truck. And it's a great day for working at least in the shop, and I will show you why. This is why. It started snowing, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. And honestly, I think they said, like an inch. We were going to get maybe an inch. And it was supposed to come like late last night, early this morning. And right now we're probably pushing a half inch. And if it keeps up like it's keeping up, which it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon, it's probably going to go over an inch. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is not the first snow of the year. If it keeps going like it's going, it's potentially going to be the first big snow of the year. All right. I got this mower up on ramps in the back and a jack in the front. It's on a tripod. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this front clip off, the whole front clip off, because my thoughts is to build out and so the front, take the front axle out forward and then bring it up so it's kind of sitting out a little bit longer wheelbase, lower to the ground. There's like 6 bolts, and then this whole front will come off. So I'm gonna grab a wrench and whatnot, see what you guys can see here. I'm gonna grab a wrench. Well, more than a wrench. I got this thing. And then I just need a socket. Okay. Yep. Half inch. And then those two I probably need an extension. See if I can do it. Nope. Okay. 6. Nope, there's not. Okay, that was pretty easy. I've seen some of these, been studying what guys have been doing on YouTube to these, and from what I've seen, a lot of these have an actual frame, and this doesn't look like it has a frame. I'll dig into it a little deeper, but it looks like it just has like kind of like a unibody type of thing. So it just kind of looks like it's, this plate is the frame. See what it looks like under here. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just sort of a unibody type of situation. So you can see this front end looks to be, the brackets just bolted in. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get this front end out and then up somehow. So I gotta come up with, a way to maybe make my own frame that sits in there and sticks out, so that I got a longer wheelbase, come out and up. I'll have to redo this muffler, put the muffler in a different spot, facing a different direction, but there'll be a lot of work to do to it. But that's what I wanted to do, is I really wanted to see what that front end looked like, and then just kind of look this thing over and see if I can come up with a good plan for how to get it low to the ground. So everything I'm seeing about trying to make it go a little faster is based on pulleys, changing the pulleys, to basically re-gearing it. So, but I did see one guy where this like transaxle, this rear end went bad on him, and so I do want to probably pull that apart and see how it looks inside, and get new gear oil for it or whatever I need to do there. So this will be a fun little project to work on out of the weather. Haven't done anything with that heater yet. I need to do something with that too. Oddly enough, I feel like I'm finding more rust in this mower than in the 61. Yeah, not really. But I wasn't expecting to see all that rust, but it's not too bad. It's a little bit pitted, but it'll be alright. And this thing, I'm sure I'll just put it back together just like that. Probably won't do anything with it. So this gets me to this point where I can kind of try to see what all I'm going to do here for this rear axle. The problem with this thing is all the pulleys, run along the bottom of that pan, that frame pan, and in order to lower this thing, you got to get that transaxle to come up. But a lot of guys are flipping those transaxles over. I don't know exactly how that works, if you're going to change the gearing, because it seems like if you flip it over and then you spin that pulley, you're going to be going in reverse. I don't know. So I'll keep kind of tearing into this a little bit more. I want to try to get all the bracketry. There's still some. This is from the deck, and there's some inside here. There's like a deck adjustment knob, and I want to get all that stuff stripped off. Weight reduction in regards to anything that has to do with the mower deck. And then I want to try to figure out, how much I'm going to wind up lowering this thing. It might just be a part of, whether I flip this transaxle over or how I deal with that might just dictate, how low I go. If it's like you can just like axle swap it, like you just flip it over, then it would flip it however much that is. I don't know. I'll look into it. See what I can do. There looks to me like even if you put that transaxle up on a top, then if the pulley system was here and running along the top, if a guy built up the motor, it looks like there might be enough room to get that motor up high enough it'd still be under the hood. The hood comes across right here. I don't know, there's probably 3-4 inches there. I'll have to check it, but that might be an option. Just get all the pulleys up along the top, and then just have to deal with steering and how I'm going to do this front end. But I do want to get that front end so it's like pulled forward a little bit, so I get a little bit more wheelbase out of it. I think I have a plan for this mower after standing here looking at it for quite a while. One thing I've realized is this Craftsman platform is really not good for this type of thing, because this like unibody setup where there's no frame, it's really gonna cause problems. So what I've decided I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be dropping it 4 inches. So I'm basically gonna what they call Z-ing the frame. So I'm going to cut the frame here, cut it across, basically right up this edge right here, cut across. I'll cut this cavity open so that this pulley can be sitting up here. I will raise this up 4 inches and then re-weld it back together so that this will be 4 inches lower than here. And that'll get the pulley running through here and the belts running through here. And then in the front, I'll cut the motor plate out, raise it up 4 inches, and weld stock in here along the front and on the back side. And that'll put this upper pulley for that motor sitting here, and then like I said, all the belts will run inside here, and I'll have to, the tensioner belt or pulley will have to be up in here. And then the front, I'll just take this front and I'll bring everything, it just pivots on one spot, so I'll bring the front end out here. The motor will be up 4 inches. I'll bring this front end out and up so that center piece is right there at 4 inches. So basically I'll be lowering the whole thing 4 inches, and then on these fenders, when I lower it 4 inches, the tire will be right at that. So I'll just cut some of this fender out to make room. And that's not as low as I'd like to get it, but I think that 4 inches is gonna be pretty cool. It's sitting 12 inches off the ground right now, and so I wanted to try to get 6 inches out of it, but man, what I'd have to go through to get 6 inches, it'd be a lot of work. So 4 is going to be a pretty good number, and it's still going to be a lot of work, but it's not going to be as extensive. And I checked the distance here from the top of the motor to basically the hood, and I got room to still fit the motor inside the hood at, raising that motor up 4 inches. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll start basically get down to dust the frame. So I'll get the motor off, the front end out, the rear end out, and the steering wheel and steering column and all that out, and then do the framework cutting that I need to do, and weld things back up, and then basically put things back together and see what I got to do as far as pulleys and get that all taken care of. I am going to change the pulley on the front and the back, a bigger pulley on the motor and a smaller pulley on the rear end to get it to move faster. And so that'll be cool. So that's my plan. It's like first time I'm ever taking a riding lawnmower and making a lowered down kind of go-kart out of it. So probably better not to go entirely crazy. One thing I did think of, if I really wanted to make it look like it's a lot lower, I could cut these and lower those down, get these lowered down another 2 inches. That would make it look lower. So, but anyway, that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. I haven't gotten any further on this riding lawnmower than what you see, and so I didn't work on it any more than what you see in this video this week. The week just flew right by. I did a lot of studying, trying to figure out what's going on with the harness for the 61, and it's looking like it's the two things: the PAT system and the neutral safety switch for the column. I don't, that's not plugged in, so it doesn't know that it's in park. So I have to take care of that, and then I have to try to figure out how, taking care of the anti-theft system. So that's where I'm at with that, and I haven't got that finished yet. So, but like I said, I did work, a little bit of both. But I'm wrapping this video up. Just gonna package this video, edit it and send it out. And hopefully, you guys enjoy seeing me tear this thing apart. I really didn't tear it very far apart even, but I did get it to a point where I can see what I'm up against, and I might change my plans, how I'm going to deal with it. I haven't totally decided yet. So, at any rate, I wanted to say Merry Christmas. Today is the 23rd, and so tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and this video will go out tomorrow. And so I just want to wish everybody that watches my videos and everybody that's subscribed a very Merry Christmas. And I thank you very much for supporting and watching me. Remember that Jesus loves you and God loves you. That's the reason that He sent His Son. We're celebrating His birth. So, at any rate, just know that He loves you, and have a blessed week, and we'll see you next week.